What's happening, PumpTalk Nation? Get ready to rev up your engines because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today. We've got breaking updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss, hitting you faster than a speeding bullet. From iconic artists dropping major announcements to global leaders making powerful statements, and even critical shifts happening behind the scenes in vital agencies, this is the episode where you get the inside track on everything that matters. We're diving deep into stories that are shaping our world, so buckle up, stay locked in, and prepare to be informed like never before. First up, a legendary music icon is set to bring their incredible journey directly to fans with a series of exclusive U.S. events celebrating a brand new visual memoir. Get ready for an inside look at a career that has defined generations, featuring a treasure trove of personal archives and iconic moments that shaped music history. This is your chance to connect with a true superstar as they unveil a retrospective of their life and work, and you won't want to miss the details on where and when you can be a part of it. Then, we're shifting gears to the international stage, where a prominent world leader is issuing a powerful call for justice, speaking out with unwavering conviction on a deeply sensitive global issue. These are not just words. They are a strong declaration of principles with significant implications for ongoing world affairs. We'll break down the core message and the context that makes this statement a must-hear, providing you with the crucial background you need to understand the gravity of this announcement. And finally, we're heading stateside for a developing situation that has sent shockwaves through a community, involving critical actions taken within a key government agency following a public statement. We'll explore the details of what happened and what it means for the people involved and the broader operations of this essential service. Don't touch that dial, you're about to get the pulse of the planet, right here, right now. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you never miss a beat. A visual memoir to remember. Get ready to journey through the illustrious career of a music legend as Annie Lennox prepares to release her highly anticipated visual memoir, Annie Lennox Retrospective. This isn't just a book, it's a meticulously crafted visual chronicle, set to drop in September, offering fans an unprecedented glimpse into the life and artistry of the iconic Eurythmics frontwoman. To celebrate this momentous release, Lennox is bringing her story directly to her American fans with a series of exclusive U.S. events that promise an intimate and unforgettable experience. The celebrated singer has officially confirmed 5 key appearances designed to connect with her audience and share the narrative behind her extensive career. The tour kicks off on October 11th at the Carteret Performing Arts and Events Center in New Jersey, where fans can expect a deeply engaging moderated evening with the artist herself. Following this, Lennox will grace the stage at Cooper Union in New York City on October 14th for another insightful talk. The East Coast leg of her promotional tour concludes with a special book signing event on October 15th at the renowned Rizzoli bookstore, also in New York, offering a more personal interaction opportunity. But the journey doesn't end there. Lennox is set to head west for 2 highly anticipated events in Los Angeles. On November 2nd, she will participate in a captivating conversation hosted by Live Talks LA, delving into the inspirations and processes behind her visual memoir. The final event on her U.S. schedule is a book signing at the iconic Book Soup on December 9th, providing a last chance for fans on the West Coast to meet the artist and get their copies signed. Tickets for all these exclusive events are available now, giving fans ample opportunity to secure their spot at these once-in-a-lifetime gatherings. For those eager to learn more or to purchase tickets, detailed information can be found directly on AnnieLennox.com. The Annie Lennox Retrospective book itself, launching September 23rd, is poised to be a landmark publication. It features over 200 carefully curated photographs, meticulously arranged to guide fans chronologically through the legendary singer's remarkable career. These images hail from Lennox's personal archives, alongside captivating shots from album covers and iconic music video stills, spanning her influential time with Eurythmics to her equally impactful solo career and beyond. Fans are already buzzing with excitement across social media platforms, with many expressing their eagerness to own a piece of music history and hear directly from Lennox about her creative process and career highlights. Analysts are predicting strong sales for both the book and event tickets, citing Lennox's enduring legacy and the unique appeal of a visual memoir directly from the artist. Prepare to be captivated by the personal insights of a true music icon. Next, we're heading to the international stage for powerful words that could shape global discourse. A stern word on global justice. In a powerful address delivered at the Turkish Gendarmerie and Coast Guard Academy graduation ceremony in Ankara, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan issued a strong statement concerning the ongoing conflict and the pursuit of justice for Palestinian brothers and sisters. He declared, "The day will come when our Palestinian brothers and sisters, who are targeted by bullets and bombs in front of cameras every day, will finally see justice served." President Erdogan further emphasized his condemnation by stating, "Those who shed the innocents' blood will also drown in it," a stark declaration underscoring the gravity of the situation. These impactful remarks followed closely on the heels of an extraordinary parliamentary session convened by Turkish Parliament Speaker Numan Kurtulmus. This special session was dedicated to a thorough discussion of Israel's actions in Gaza, specifically addressing allegations of genocide, oppression, and policies leading to starvation. The Speaker's office confirmed that the session was called in accordance with Article 93 of the Constitution and Article 7 of the Parliament's Rules of Procedure, highlighting the formal and serious nature of the parliamentary engagement. Earlier, President Erdogan had already voiced his strong disapproval of Israel's strike on Nasser Hospital. He accused Netanyahu's government of relentlessly destroying humanity, particularly after Gaza officials reported that the attack resulted in the deaths of 20 people. The casualties included patients, medical personnel, civil defense workers, and journalists, underscoring the devastating impact of the incident. The figures cited by Erdogan paint a grim picture, with reports indicating that Israel has killed nearly 63,000 Palestinians in Gaza since October 2023. Furthermore, Israel's comprehensive blockade of the Palestinian enclave, in effect since early March, has created catastrophic conditions for its 2.4 million residents. This blockade has exacerbated famine, led to widespread disease outbreaks, and caused the complete collapse of essential services, plunging the region into a humanitarian crisis. These developments occur against a backdrop of significant international legal scrutiny. Last November, the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, citing war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Gaza. In parallel, Israel is also facing a genocide case at the International Court of Justice concerning its actions in the enclave. The strong rhetoric from President Erdogan reflects a growing international concern and demand for accountability. Public reaction to President Erdogan's statements has been significant, with many international observers and human rights organizations echoing his calls for justice and accountability. Analysts are closely watching the diplomatic and legal ramifications of these ongoing events and the strong stance taken by Turkey. These powerful words resonate on the global stage, but now we turn our attention inward to a developing situation at home. Next, we're examining critical actions taken within a vital government agency that could have far-reaching implications. A community in shock. A devastating shooting incident at a Minneapolis school has left 3 individuals dead, including the perpetrator, and approximately 20 others injured, according to an official from the Justice Department. The Minneapolis Police Department responded to the shooting at Annunciation Catholic School early Wednesday morning. Officials had initially reported that the shooter had been contained at the scene. Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota was among the first to address the tragedy, writing on X, "I've been briefed on a shooting at Annunciation Catholic School and will continue to provide updates as we get more information." He confirmed that the state's police force was actively present and engaged at the location. The school, which is situated alongside its associated church in the southern part of the city, became the focal point of a massive emergency response. Live video footage captured the harrowing moments as parents arrived to retrieve their young children, leaving the area amidst the significant emergency presence. A person contacted by phone at the school conveyed the immediate concern, stating, "We are in the process of getting our kids out of the building." This provided a stark, on-the-ground perspective of the unfolding crisis. The city's official X account later issued a statement confirming the containment of the shooter, assuring the public that there is no active threat to the community at this time. The authorities urged the public to stay away from the area to allow emergency personnel to help victims, without initially specifying the exact number of injuries or fatalities. Governor Walz expressed his deep sorrow, stating, "I'm praying for our kids and teachers whose first week of school was marred by this horrific act of violence." Former President Donald Trump also indicated he had been briefed on the tragic shooting and confirmed the FBI's involvement in the response. He shared his thoughts on his Truth Social platform, urging, "The White House will continue to monitor this terrible situation. Please join me in praying for everyone involved." This confirmed incident comes at a time when U.S. college campuses have been experiencing a wave of false reports of active shooters as students return from their summer breaks, adding a layer of heightened anxiety to such events. The tragedy at Annunciation Catholic School is a grim reminder of the real dangers that can face educational institutions and the communities they serve. Community members have taken to social media to express their grief and offer support to the victims and their families. Law enforcement officials are conducting a thorough investigation into the incident, seeking to understand the motive and circumstances surrounding the shooting. The impact on the school community and the wider Minneapolis area is profound, with many calling for greater measures to ensure school safety. This heartbreaking event casts a shadow, but the focus now shifts to actions taken within a key government agency. We'll explore the consequences for those who dared to speak out against policy. Internal dissent meets swift repercussions. The Trump administration acted with notable speed to address internal dissent within the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, placing several employees on administrative leave mere days after they co-signed an open letter that critically assessed the agency's leadership and operational direction. This decisive action underscores a firm stance against internal criticism within government bodies. On the preceding Monday, a significant group of over 180 current and former FEMA employees collectively signed the letter addressed to the FEMA Review Council and members of Congress. The core of their message was a critique of recent reductions in agency staff and programmatic budgets. They issued a stark warning, asserting that these cuts were dangerously diminishing FEMA's overall capacity to effectively respond to major disaster events, a mission critical to national security and public welfare. Of the signatories, 35 bravely attached their names publicly, while an additional 141 chose to remain anonymous, citing a palpable fear of retribution for voicing their concerns. The Associated Press has since confirmed that at least 2 of these signatories received official notices on Tuesday evening. These notices informed them of their indefinite placement on administrative leave, with pay, while stipulating that they must continue to check in each morning to confirm their availability. A condition that raises questions about the true nature of their administrative status. The official notice provided to these employees stated that the decision is not a disciplinary action and is not intended to be punitive. However, the circumstances surrounding the leave, particularly its timing and the context of the open letter, have led to widespread speculation and concern. FEMA itself did not immediately respond to inquiries regarding the total number of staff placed on leave or whether this action was directly linked to the opposition letter, adding an element of opacity to the situation. The critical letter detailed 6 specific statements of opposition concerning current policies at FEMA. Key among these was an expenditure approval policy that requires Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to sign off on contracts exceeding $100,000. The signatories argued that this centralized approval process significantly impedes FEMA's ability to efficiently perform its mission-critical functions. Furthermore, the letter also critiqued the Department of Homeland Security's decision to reassign some FEMA employees to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. the prolonged failure to appoint a qualified FEMA administrator as mandated by law, and substantial cuts to vital mitigation programs, preparedness training initiatives, and the overall FEMA workforce. In response to the letter, FEMA spokesperson Daniel Largs issued an email on Monday, asserting that the Trump administration has made accountability and reform a priority so that taxpayer dollars actually reach the people and communities they are meant to help. He added, "It is not surprising that some of the same bureaucrats who presided over decades of inefficiency are now objecting to reform. Change is always hard." This statement frames the dissent as resistance to necessary modernization efforts. It is worth noting that employees at other federal agencies, including the National Institutes of Health and the Environmental Protection Agency, have issued similar critical statements, with approximately 140 EPA staff members reportedly placed on administrative leave after signing an opposition letter. This situation has sparked considerable debate among public service advocates and policy analysts, who are examining the implications for whistleblower protections and the agency's ability to attract and retain experienced personnel. The long-term impact on FEMA's operational effectiveness remains a key concern for many. These internal actions raise serious questions about accountability and transparency within government. And that brings us to the end of our update, but don't go anywhere yet. And that's a wrap on today's Essential Updates. We heard about Annie Lennox's upcoming visual memoir and U.S. book events, a powerful statement from Turkish President Erdogan on global justice, a tragic shooting at a Minneapolis school, and swift administrative action at FEMA following an employee letter. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, ring the notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social media platforms for more. We'll see you in the next one.